Talking about politics in China is very sensitive. Maybe you think, why sensitive? Because in the West, especially here in Holland, people talk about everything. Well, in China, the Chinese government or the Communist Party, they want to have an image of China is very harmonious, and and China is under control, and the Communist Party is in definite power. So any topics maybe damage the reputation of the country, or damage the reputation of the Communist Party, or challenge their power, or will disturb the social harmony, and those topics are sensitive. So talking about those topics is not recommended. Why? So first, a Chinese person have the basic education, and what we Chinese person have get the education about the history is very different than what you as a Western person has got. Because in China, the education is a part of patriotic training. For example, every week we will have a flag raising ceremony. So everybody is looking at the flag and pay attention to the flag, pay your respect to the flag, and also we wear the red scarf, and we always got the story that the red color on the scarf, that's the Chinese soldiers who sacrificed their life for our happy life today. So also, education is a part of political education, and so it's very different than here in the schools, for example, and also the history in the history lesson. Basically, history lesson is also a part of the political education, and it's the story what the Communist Party they want to spread, that version. So we got that version, while you have a different story than what we Chinese people got in China. So your background information is very different. So you don't have an equal level start your conversation. So that's the number one. And the second is, besides the history, also in nowadays the news all about China. There, inside China and outside China, there are two extremes. Like in China, there are all the media is controlled by Communist Party. So there is basically one voice, super extreme positive voice about the Communist Party, about the country, etc. While in the outside of China, people are more focused on the negative part of China, and if anything happens, they may more in a way blame China or say China as a threat. So more negative news are focused in the outside of China. So that's probably, if somebody live outside of China, they would daily see those kind of news. So there are two extremes about nowadays information you get. So you also not have a very equal base to start your conversation. So so those topics are very sensitive, and we suggest you don't start those conversation, because at the end of the day, what is your purpose to go to China? Do you want to do business with the Chinese person? And to correct their history, or to persuade them to accept your opinion, or it's not the purpose, right?